Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Arsenal must beat Liverpool to £52 million next Bruno Fernandes as Martin Odegaard's successor, and then we're going to look at Edu identifying Martin Odegaard alternative as Arsenal handed £40 million incentive to complete transfer. So the first transfer headline states that Arsenal should beat Liverpool to £52 million next Bruno Fernandes as Martin Odegaard's successor. So the reports are stating that Sporting Lisbon's Pedro Goncalves, dubbed the next Bruno Fernandes, could be an excellent alternative to Martin Odegaard for Arsenal despite his £52 million price tag. Pedro Goncalves is a name we are likely to hear plenty more of over the summer months. Reports out of Portugal this week linked Liverpool with a move for the Sporting Lisbon talisman. The Reds are claimed to have made contact with the prolific playmaker, and the newly crowned Portuguese champions are desperate not to lose the player, who has a £52 million release clause in his contract. Sporting wants him tied down to a new deal that would increase that clause to £69 million and make the next Bruno Fernandes, as he has been widely dubbed, more expensive than the actual Bruno Fernandes. But they will be braced for plenty of interest across Europe, and perhaps the team who Goncalves would best fit are not Liverpool or another team at Champions League level, but rather Arsenal, who were linked by Eurosports back in April. The Gunners are sorely missing an attacking threat from midfield, and though Joe Willock has done well on loan at Newcastle, they may see Goncalves as a level above their academy graduate. Goncalves, also known as Pots, is not as creatively efficient as Manchester United's creator-in-chief Fernandes, who has managed 31 assists since the start of last season to go with 55 goals. But he's a supreme finisher, having scored 23 times and added 3 assists in 32 Primera Liga matches this term, to add to 5 goals and 6 assists in 33 league games for a lesser Famalicão team last year. It is incredible to think that this is just his first season at the Jose Alvalade Stadium, having averaged 0.76 goals per 60 minutes and enjoyed a strong 37% goal conversion percentage from 63 shots. Transfermarkt remarkably valued Goncalves at just £13.5 million, which is most certainly an undervaluation. On that same note, £52 million is probably above the player's current worth, particularly when Fernandes was signed for an initial £46.5 million. Across the entire league, only Benfica frontman Haris Seferovic has scored more than 20 alongside Potes, whose final day hat-trick against Matrimo on Wednesday night earned him the Bola de Prata, which is a silver ball. Sporting's second highest scorer is Nuno Santos on 7. So it looks like Pedro Goncalves is a player that should be a target for Arsenal and someone that could be a Martin Odegaard alternative who has a release clause of £52 million. So you have to wait and see how this transfer pans out and how Arsenal are going to go in the transfer markets. So this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Edu identifies Martin Odegaard alternative as Arsenal handed £40 million incentive to complete transfer. So the reports are stating that a massive summer rebuild project lies ahead for Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta, meaning mass changes are likely in a wide range of areas for the team. A busy summer lies ahead for Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta and technical director Edu. The pair are going to be responsible for overseeing one of the club's busiest summer rebuild projects in recent memory, with Mikel Arteta determined to make big changes to his squad to make them more competitive on all fronts next season. Although last night's 3-1 victory over Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park, which was secured thanks to dramatic late goals from Gabriel Martinelli and Nicola Pepe, it kept Arsenal in the hunt for a UEFA Europa Conference League spot for next season, and this campaign has been a disaster on so many fronts. After winning the FA Cup at the end of last season and winning the FA Community Shield ahead of this term getting underway, many expected the Gunners to make significant progress in the Premier League in Mikel Arteta's first full season in charge. With that though, it has not proven to be the case, with the blow-par first half of the campaign all but ending any hopes of getting to either Champions League or Europa League next season. As well as that, Arsenal exited the FA Cup at the 4th round stage to Southampton, and the Europa League semi-final defeat to Villarreal 2 weeks ago did not help. With that said, Arsenal poised to switch their focus to elsewhere, according to a report by Goal, where the club have stepped up their interest in Norwich City starter Emiliano Buendia. Buendia is a player Arsenal have been long-term admirers of and would be keen to add to him to the squad this summer if they were unsuccessful in their efforts to land Martin Odegaard, and it is claimed that the Gunners' interest in the Argentine is growing, although they are yet to make a bid. Buendia is valued at around £40 million by Norwich, who secured promotion back to the Premier League at the first time of asking earlier this month, and is considered as their star assets. But while they would understandably love to keep hold of him for their return to the Premier League, the Canaries sporting director Stuart Webber recently admitted that the club may be forced into selling some of their key players to fund transfers for new arrivals, with the Norfolk-based club likely to want to improve on their recruitment after what happened in 2019-2020. With that in mind, Norwich have a similar approach to Brentford, who have made a name for themselves by unearthing hidden gems, developing them and selling them on for a profit. That is exactly what Norwich have done, as Webber outlined with the likes of Leicester ace Maddison. Buendia would add a sense of skill and swagger to Arsenal's attacking options if they were to get a deal over the line this summer, with the Argentine who can play out wide or through the middle having made a name for himself with his technical ability this term. This season, Buendia has won the Championship Player of the Season award, netted 15 goals and claimed 17 assists in just 39 appearances. So it looks like Edu has identified Martin Odegaard alternative in the form of Emiliano Buendia, so to wait and see how this transfer pans out. But other than that guys, remain blessed. Stay tuned for the next video, and peace.